Hello, and welcome to our virtual tour of the steamship Virginia 5. Today, we'll be visiting the Wheelhouse to learn more about the ship's wheel, telegraph, and why the Virginia 5 has had so many wheelhouses. The current wheelhouse on the Virginia 5 is the ship's fourth, built by students at Seattle Community College during the ship's big restoration in the late 90s. It is meant to resemble the ship's original wheelhouse, visible here in these photos from the 1920s. This wheelhouse was completely destroyed in a windstorm in October of 1934, when the Virginia 5 was slammed into a Lala dock. It was replaced with a new wheelhouse when the ship was rebuilt after the storm. This wheelhouse had a flatter profile across the front and remained on the ship until 1978. A look inside the older wheelhouse shows a simple interior. No radar, no telephone, and not even an engine order telegraph. Commands were given by engine order bells, with the captain pulling handles mounted on the wheel to ring bells in the engine room. Different bell patterns meant different speeds. Any orders more complicated than that were relayed by voice tube. In 1978, the Virginia 5 underwent a rebuild that saw the old flat front wheelhouse replaced with a new one. This one had a rounder profile like the original. You can see that there is also now a telegraph, which was installed on board in 1969. There are two halves of an engine order telegraph, one in the wheelhouse and one in the engine room, each with matching dials displaying different speeds. By moving the handle on the wheelhouse half, the captain can move the indicator arrow on the engine room half, telling the engineers what speed to change the engine to. This wheelhouse was replaced once more during the 1996 to 2002 restoration, and it is this wheelhouse you see on board today. Inside the current wheelhouse, the first thing you notice is the ship's wheel. This is original equipment and has been with the Virginia 5 since 1922. Yes, we do still use it to steer the ship today. Next to it is the telegraph, and above is a full suite of electronics so that the Virginia 5 can continue to meet current Coast Guard standards. So that is our wheelhouse, a unique combination of old and new that keeps the ship sailing now, almost 100 years since her launching. Thank you for listening, and be sure to visit us at www.virginiav.org or at our dock at Lake Union Park, Seattle.